Hey there, good evening everybody, and welcome to the Monday night look back at a classic rock album here on Prog Monster. My name is Murph and I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So today we're doing our Monday night look back at a classic rock album. The album we've chosen to do this week, or the album I've chosen to do this week, is David Bowie's Let's Dance. The biggest thing about this album is it was my first Bowie album. I had been listening to him for a while, but I never actually went out and bought an album. This was the first one. Came out a couple days after my birthday, and this was the tour that I saw him on. He was great. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Saw him at what they call I saw him at the CNE Grandstand in Toronto, or the eyesore by the lake. So anyways, he was great. Enjoyed the concert a lot. So this album came out in was released on April the 14th, 1983. Yeah, just a little bit after my 19th birthday. 38 minutes, almost 39 minutes in length. On the EMI label in America. I think it was reissued, digitally remastered at Abbey Road not too long ago. Like, this particular copy is a remastered copy. So the original studio was Power Station in New York City. He also produced this album along with Nile Rodgers. So pretty strong album. Bowie's albums are all different. There's a lot of different changes to their music all the time. This one's quite commercial, very poppy, but some real catchy tracks. So appearing on the album, you got David Bowie lead vocals and horn arrangements. Nile Rodgers also get some guitar and horn arrangements. Of course, the legendary Stevie Ray Vaughan got his start playing lead guitar on this album as well. So he's on your Carmine Rojaz on bass, Bernard Edwards bass on the song Without You, and then you got Omar Khayyam, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Hakim, sorry, that's what it was. I spelled it wrong, I got it backwards. It's supposed to be an H and then a K, not a K then an H. Anyways, Omar Hakim, Tony Thompson both playing drums, Sammy Figueroa on percussion, Robert Sabino on bass and on keys and piano, Steve Harrison on tenor sax and flute, along with Steve Elson on baritone sax and flute, and then Robert Aaron also on tenor sax. Matt Golahan on trumpet, and then Frank Sims, George Sims, and David Spinner on backing vocals. So yeah, this is a good album. I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece by any stretch, but it has enough really good stuff on here. Most of the radio staples are quite good. Modern Love, China Girl, Let's Dance, Cat People, all fantastic radio stable songs. Modern Love was one of those songs I didn't really initially care for it, but it grew on me, and probably my second favorite song on the album now. China Girl, of course, was my favorite on the album, still is my favorite on the album. I really love this track a lot. Let's Dance has grown a little bit over time period. Very upbeat, kind of up-tempoed song. Without You and Ricochet, I'm okay with both, not great. Criminal World is a little better than those two. I do like that. Cat People, of course, is from the movie Cat People with Natasha Kinski in there. Such a great, iconic song, and right up there. At one point it was probably my favorite track, but kind of faded a bit over time, but still a great track. Shake It, another good track. And so, this was, like I said, a very poppy album at the time, and I saw him in concert, so it was fantastic. Some nice shots here. There's one of them. This is during his kind of middle-aged blonde look years. I think this was the album after Scary Monsters, which was another big album for him. It's one of them with a guitar. Yeah, some really iconic shots of him with that hair. You know, kill to have hair like that, really. Have any hair would be killer. It's a nice shot of him there. By this time, he's pushing 40 at this point in time. But still, this is a fantastic album. The album that launched a collection of albums for me from him, but I still appreciate this album. It's not necessarily my favorite Bowie album, but it definitely is an album that I've come to appreciate and grown to love. And you know, Stevie Ray Vaughan is good on this. He's toned down a lot. He doesn't sound like the Stevie Ray that we've come to know and love, but he does really good with the solos. Fantastic. So, David Bowie's Let's Dance album from 1983. Hell of a good album. Entering maybe a different era for Bowie at this point in time. Take care. So, anyways, if you like this album, please like and subscribe. What are your experience with David Bowie and this particular album? I'd be curious to know. And please subscribe. It's much appreciated. And we will be back next Monday night with another look back at another classic rock album. One, I got something in mind, but I'm not quite sure yet what. But definitely it'll be an interesting album. So I hope to see you next week. And take care of yourself. Goodbye.